have Bears-Saints NFC Championship game this week. Makes it the biggest game since last week. A lot of questions to think about, but first let's just start out. Deuce McAllister, Reggie Bush, who scares you more?
I'm going to jump right in and say Deuce McAllister, especially on a frozen, ugly, sloppy track, whatever the hell's going on with the new side at Soldier Field. I think is going to favor a power back.
Multi-million-dollar franchise, the Bears, they can't get a freaking good sod.
Good Lord, how about even if they can't get good sod, can't they get 2 cans of spray paint that are the same fucking color? Good Lord!
I gotta agree, I think Deuce really scares me. Actually, it's the tandem of both of those guys that scares the hell out of me, because Reggie Bush can do a lot of different things if he can run on the field that Deuce can't do out of the backfield, catching the ball, spreading out the defense, but all in all, Deuce.
I mean, as we saw from Sean Alexander, they seemed like they had such a problem up the middle against the power back, and I think the Bears linebackers excel chasing people to the sidelines using their speed, so I think that guy right up the middle is what you got to worry about most.
Speaking of the middle, up the middle, the Bears, why are they having so many problems these days?
Mike Brown, right? It's got to be Mike Brown.
Absolutely. I mean, especially against Seattle. Again, you saw it when Sean Alexander was killing us in the fourth quarter. All those guys
up the gut.
Up the gut, and when you have that run support, Mike Brown plays like an extra linebacker. Not only is he an amazing playmaker, but he comes up and hammers that. He's right there like, a second middle linebacker in the middle of the box. Nobody else on the Bears is like that. Todd Johnson is close, but he's still hurt.
Let's not forget about the pass, too. Hasselbeck and the Seahawks picked apart the Bears in that right up the middle spot with the pass.
They found the
bubble. And they could have done more, too, when you think about it. Stevens wasn't even as...
Man, where'd he go?
Yeah,
Thank God.
He had 2 catches the whole game.
What about Tommy Harris, guys? Don't forget about him or his hamstring. Big, fat hamstring. So, guys, bigger impact, Thomas Jones or Cedric Benson?
For the same reason I like McAllister, I see Benson having a bigger impact on this track. I mean, not to say Tom Jones didn't have a real big impact with his 2 touchdowns against Seattle, but it's going to be a Cedric day.
Man, it pains me to say that because I'm Thomas Jones' guy. But Cedric Benson played very well for 3 quarters.
Yeah,
Thomas Jones got the ball rolling, but I think Cedric Benson's the guy who's going to carry the load.
If the Bears lose, which of course they will not, will it have been Thomas Jones' last game?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Moving on.
That is sad. Good Rex, bad Rex. Who's showing up Sunday?
When was the last time we saw a good Rex 2 Sundays in a row?
Beats the hell out of me.
Like
so long ago I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think the leaves were turning colors.
Yeah.
But we need it again now, and I think he's going to step up. I think it's going to be the kind of game where so much is put on the running game that he's going to have a couple of play action, big plays. Maybe not necessarily a big game, but enough big plays to make a difference.
It's all about the big plays because they're going to have to put up a lot of points to beat the Saints. Let's not kid ourselves. The Saints are going to score against the Bears. So good Rex better show up. I'm a little bit worried if he will.
I think he's going to need help, but I think he's going to show up too.
Both teams execute the game plan this weekend, boys. Who wins?
Well, if they both play their perfect games, I'm going to go out and say the Saints will win the game.
You suck.
The Saints can outscore the Bears, period. The Bears, are they going to score 35 points on Sunday? I don't care what defense is playing. The Bears are going to score 35 points.
If the Bears play their perfect game, yes, they would, because they'd get a defensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown from Hester.
When was the last time we saw a defensive touchdown from the Bears?
It's been a while, but it's still within their potential. They still have playmaking backs. Basher back there, you can't count them out. I mean, sometimes football goes in circles like that where you're not making things happen, but it's still right there.
But the Saints are also playing their perfect game. And they're going to score more points.
But they're not going to have the defense to compete. They're not going to have the special teams to chip in. I just think the Bears in all three
hasn't been anything sensational lately either. And I love them, the Saints. They have been. The Saints' offense is better than the Bears' defense.
Yeah, but the Bears still have playmaking potential in 2 facets.
The Saints have huge playmaking potential.
It is a philosophical conundrum that will face humanity for the next 3 days. Well, guys, it was a pleasure talking with the 2 of you idiots. We'll get back together next week and maybe talk about a trip down to Miami in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
Mike, and Andrew, we'll see you down in Florida.